Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. In this video, guys, I'm going to give you my suggestions on Damon Brand magic books for beginners. So if you are a beginner just starting out with magic, or you're on your spiritual journey, or maybe you're doing your own thing and you're just kind of looking for something different, but this video is for people who are just getting started, who are looking to add a little ease, a little grace into their life, and you're just looking for some magic to get you through some, over the hump. You know what I'm saying? Nothing serious in terms of time and commitment. I'm gonna give you my suggestions, and I say suggestions because I'm not an authority, right? No one should be an authority in your life. So I'm just going to give you my opinion based on my experiences. I am not being paid to do this. I am doing this because I love magic. I love helping people, and I want you to live the life of your dreams. So the first book, and this is my favorite, if you only own one book, one magic book in the whole world, and you decide, this is not your spiritual path, but you need a little, off in your, I want to say repertoire, but I don't think that's the right word, or your little, you know what I'm saying, that you might need a little something, a little help. If you own one magic book in the world, I think it should be Words of Power by Damon Brand. This is my all-time favorite book. This is my, and it could be because it was the first, but I don't think that's it, because I've used a lot of them. I would say I don't know how many books they have, but the only one I think I haven't used is, I can't think of it right now. I don't want the video about that. I want to stay as focused as I can. Y'all know how chatty you know how chatty I am. So I want to tell you why this book is very important, and why I think that if you are a beginner to the exploring the Gallery of Magick, and you're not sure which book to start out with, and why I suggest this book. Okay, so my favorite, let's go with my favorite. But first, I want to tell you the first time I ever used this book, or this type of magic. No candles, no, you don't need anything but this book. You don't need anything but this book. So that's already, I want to say convenient. So if you are in your dorm, or if you're at home and you don't have a lot of space, and you don't want to burn candles, and you don't have money for herbs, and you don't want to wait for the moon to be at the perfect, setting and all of that good stuff, and you just really want some ease and grace in your life, this is the book. I promise you, and I'm going to tell you why. Wait, do you want me to tell you why first, to tell you the story of my first experience? Listen, I'm just going to go at the story first. So the very first time I used this book, I was cleaning up my apartment, and I'm going to tell you a person, I'm a little junkie, as you can probably tell, right? And when I clean, I don't clean until I'm in the mood to throw everything away and start my life over. And everything has to go. So you'll just see big black garbage bag, clothes with a tag. I know I shouldn't say this, but when I decide that I'm going to clean, it's a different type of clean. It's me. Everything has to go, because I feel like I'm shedding a skin, sort of like a snake. I'm starting over. Like, I don't like to be in an emotional mood. I want to throw everything away. I don't care. No, you have to go. And so I had like all of these big black garbage bags of clothes, shoes, unfinished projects, bathroom rugs that I decided I didn't want that color scheme anymore. And the first ritual that I performed was to make somebody kinder. But it wasn't, what's so funny is that it wasn't, I'm reading the description, and I don't think it was intended for what I used it for, to be honest with you. But I used it to make somebody kinder because I wanted somebody to help me take those garbage bags out. And I'm a night person, so I'm usually up when the world is asleep. When everybody else, so when I'm grading, it's like 3 a.m. in the morning. It's I come to life around 11 p.m. right? And so, but anyway, so I'm taking the garbage out. It's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, I want to make somebody kinder. And it's, even though it stands for a specific person, but I thought, no, I need somebody to help me with the garbage. And a guy appeared out of nowhere. Now, this might sound crazy. So I've been living here for a very long time. I've never seen this person prior to this moment. I've never seen them after this moment. But I'm taking these big black garbage bags to the garbage bin, and it's like this person just started walking down the pathway, and he said, "Hey," he said something along the lines of, "It looked like you may have had a big party, or something along those lines." He said, "Would you like help with those bags?" And I said, "Absolutely." And it was just this is my first experience with this book. And this guy actually helped me take all of these heavy, big black garbage bags to the garbage bin. And I was like, oh, that was the magic. And the funny thing is, I wasn't afraid of the guy. It was kind of like, I don't know, it's almost like he appeared out of thin air. I know this sounds weird, but this was my very first experience. And I thought, oh, this is amazing. See, I remember thinking, well, maybe, my boyfriend, or at the time, or somebody, like, I don't know, maybe my daughter. I was kind of thinking that they would like help me with the bags because there was a lot of them and it was very heavy. But no, this guy appeared. It was dark outside except for the lights from the apartment, and he just appeared and he helped me carry all these bags. So I was just like, this book really works. And I just got chills just because I knew it was, I'm being careful with my words because I feel like people might think I'm crazy, but I almost feel like this person wasn't even a real person because of the way it happened and the way I had never seen this person before, the whole nine. Okay. So a few days later, I was in Walmart and a young man asked me to purchase some BBs for his little, his BB little, I'm not sure if I should say that word or not, whatever BBs go with, like the little apparatus, right? And I was like, he was underage, and I was thinking, I'm not really but then he reminded me of my son, and for some reason, I kind of got the feeling that it was the magic working in reverse. That because I wanted somebody to go out of their way for me, that I became a source. I know this is kind of crazy what I'm saying, but it's the truth. I feel like I became a source to be kinder to somebody else. Now, when you read the description, it doesn't say to use it in that way, but at that time, and even probably now, I've always kind of felt like, well, I'm just going to do it and see what happens. Because somebody being kinder to me, what can go wrong? Right? Like, I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for, I just want to help with these bags. So I did help this young man purchase the little BBs. And I did a prayer that for him not to hurt anything or anyone with it. And I put like all of this golden light and protection around him, like lay him, hopefully he's, aiming at like paper cups or something where he's not harming anyone or anything. But anyway, that was my first experience with this book, and I was hooked. I was like, oh my God. Then the second thing, and I want to tell you why I think why, in my opinion, if you are new to magic, or if you are looking to explore this type of magic and you're looking like, what book should I start with? Because someone asked me, which book should I start with? And I was like, oh, that's a really good topic. And the reason this book really is my favorite for beginners, because I think that if you are working on magic, the most important magic is first working on yourself. So I want to go over, so let me just see. My favorite is always become the most lovable version of yourself. When you just want to be the most lovable version of yourself. And then the other is feel more self-respect, because I know you're probably thinking, well, why would I need that? I just kind of feel like those are like the cornerstones of obtaining everything you want in life. Is first the way you feel about yourself, and then exuding that energy into the world, like the love that you have for yourself, the respect that you have for yourself. And then the other one is I think it's about removing guilt and shame, which is another one I think is so important. Those three, I'm trying to look for the exact wording. Then we'll go over some of the other topics. Self-respect, become the most lovable version. Okay, I don't see the exact wording. That's probably because let go of guilt and shame. So let go of guilt and shame, feel more self-respect, and become the most lovable version of yourself is why Words of Power is, in my opinion, the best book for beginners. But I want to take you through the table of contents, because there's some really good stuff in here. So here's some other topics. To win an argument, to win a competition, end bad luck, protection from violence, make somebody kinder, the very first one I ever used, make your money go further, attract generosity from others, make a project go viral, get public support for a project, dedicate yourself to a new skill. You're in school, you're trying to learn your you're taking calculus and you're struggling with it, or to help you find a mentor. There's one to even help you find a guide or a mentor. And then you would, I would do if I was looking for help with calculus, and then I would do the ritual, dedicate yourself to a new skill. Like if I was in college, or if I was, looking to learn anything new. Obtain wisdom. I'm reading some topics to you guys. Know what somebody is thinking. Learn about the near future. Learn about the far future. Be the center of attention. Have your talent recognized. Appear valuable to somebody of importance. That's another one I tried that, I don't even know if I want to share that experience. You know what? I'm going to tell you. I did the ritual to appear valuable to somebody of importance, and it made me not like myself. I kind of felt like, I don't want to tell you, see, I could tell you exactly what happened. I wish I had said a friend, right? Because then I could, just not, yeah! You know how people say, I know somebody, I should have started it like that. But basically, I did this ritual, and I ended up telling somebody something that could really help them. But they were such a monster that they deserved everything that came to them. That's the best way I can say that. So sometimes, when you want to appear valuable to somebody of importance, you might not like you might do something that maybe the universe knew best. Okay, I'm just being honest. Another topic is to be given a chance against the odds. Like maybe you are looking for a job or looking for an opportunity. Make an enemy terrified of you. Make more time available. You have a paper due, and you have kids, you have a job, and you're just trying to figure out how you're going to get everything done. This is really good. Gain an advantage, obtain any desire, or find favor. And so you see, guys, this is some basic. I gotta go to work. I got a family. I'm out here living my life. I'm not trying to have a house full of candles and oils, and I'm not trying to do rituals, and I'm not trying to learn moon cycles. I'm not trying to figure out which herbs to go into this candle, into this part. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you there's no commitment. Like you don't have to do it for 11 days. You don't have to chant. You don't. You do the opening activation ritual, and you just go in. You say the words of power. You look at the sigil, and you are done. These, I'm telling you guys, I will. When my daughter went away to college, I gave her this book. This is the book that I would recommend to anybody. Start with this, because even if you're not a person who wants to spend all your time, like I said, learning the different herbs, learning all of the things about magic, but you just want to make your life easier. You just want to feel good about yourself. You just want to get along with your colleagues, your teachers. You know what I mean? You just want some ease in your life. This is the book. This is the book. Now, you get this book and you like it, you get some results, you feel happy, you stop some arguments, because you can stop arguments, you can win arguments. This book is going to make you feel really good about yourself. And I think a lot of people would stop right here. But if you do this and you say, oh, wow, this is amazing, and you want to, expand, then I would get this book. And they're the same concept. The Greater Words of Power. This would be the second book that I would get. And it has Enhanced Creativity, Recover Lost Love. So you get into all of this. Banish Fear and Worry. Both of these books are really good. End a Relationship Easily. Attract a Romantic Partner. Look, guys, attract a romantic partner. Now, the reason you might think, well, shoot, let me get Greater Words of Power over Words of Power. I just kind of feel like you should work on yourself first. It should be about you, whatever foundation you're building for your life. This is why I like this book, because I think it focuses on you and what you are trying to accomplish and achieve, right? And this book, it kind of extends more into, now I want a partner. And let me read some of the titles, which is really good. Like, finding a partner. I think it's something. Oh, here we go. Let me see if I can show this. Okay. Let's see. Can we get it in focus? Increase self-confidence. That's the one that I love. Complete a task. Increase energy levels. Pass an exam. Mental focus. Obtain a peaceful sleep and dreams. I do that one quite a bit. Overcome bad habits. Like, maybe you feel like you're on social media too much or whatever. Increase willpower to eat well. Stop an argument quickly. Receive a fair legal decision. Give comfort to another. Make people warmer towards you. Encourage change. Make new friends. You guys see? Attract a romantic partner. End a relationship easily. Banish fear and worry. Improve your mood. Improve the mood of those around you. Recover lost love. Enhance creativity. Become popular for your creative work. Improve visual skills. Improve musical skills. This book is amazing, isn't it? I know you're like, Cassandra, why would you pick that book over? No, because I feel like I want you to start easy, right? I want you to come in, because these two books go together. So if you were going to buy two books, let me see. What's this? Then there's the roll opener. Let me get this in focus. Recover your passion, overcome lost love, increase psychic connection, overcome bitterness, jealousy, and hatred, receive guidance. Is this good? Like, if you're feeling like, okay, I got myself together, then get this book over this book. But if you're going to get two magic books and you are just, listen, guys, it takes all less than 3 minutes to perform a ritual. And I think 3 minutes is exaggerated in terms of time. It's really quick. It's really easy. These two are, to me, the best. If you're just starting out with magic and you're wondering which Damon Brand books to start out with, these are the two. Okay. I would do this one first because, like I said, I like the whole, most lovable version, getting rid of guilt and shame. I just kind of feel like this, I don't know why, maybe like making someone kinder, making your money go further. It's all about, just to me, just taking care of you. And this is like an expanded version where it really gets into more topics, but it's like you've taken care of the basics. So these are the two that I would start with. And once you do these two and you decide, oh my God, this is amazing, right? My life is amazing. Then I would move to, now, I'm going to say magical protection. Oh, I got chills. The reason I say I would do magical protection next is because if you've committed yourself to doing the easy rituals and greater words of power and words of power and then greater words of power. I'm trying to make sure I turn the books the right way, right? So you decided this is the life for me. I am into this Gallery of Magick, Damon Brand magic thing, and I'm going to be working with this, and I'm feeling good. I feel like once you start working with the magic, you will start attracting, I don't want to say entities, or maybe more, your light is going to be brighter because you are calling in energies from the universe, spirits who are assisting you, and you may attract a different type of, I'm not sure how to put, malevolent, you know the word I'm looking for, a spirits who don't have your best interest at heart, not on purpose, but I just think you've opened yourself up more. So I think you should move then to magical protection. And magical protection has a master ritual that is a 33-day ritual. See how I didn't want to get you into the commitment? I feel like when you first start out, you just want to see what works, and you want to just get have some of your basic needs, taken care of. And then I would move to magical protection, child, because now that you are into the greater words of power and the words of power, now you need to start protecting yourself, baby, because because you doing some stuff, and there are some rituals in here for magical protection. Let me see, can I get this in focus a little bit? Let's see. That's the activation ritual, the master protection ritual, angelic protection, remove parasitic beings, cleanse any space, protect your job, protect against accidents, protection from stalkers, protection against unwanted attention, the workings of protections, stop a known enemy, cancel a curse or supernatural attack, become less conspicuous. You see, protection against I think it's easier when I do it this way. What is this? Protection against hacking and identity theft, protection while traveling, protect family and loved ones, protection from violence, stop gossip and rumors, take power from a bully, protect your home, protect your possessions from thieves, protection against influence. And so now I know you're saying, well, sounds like I should protect myself first. I just think if you are new to this type of magic, you're probably not thinking about, well, you know what, I was looking for protection. That's what brought me to the Gallery of Magick, right? I was looking to be protected. But I didn't use this book first, because once I found this book, I think I purchased all of these together, and I just decided to try words of power first to make somebody kinder, because I was afraid. I'm gonna be honest. I'll be honest with you. I was afraid of the entities, the spirits, with the backlashes. I had never used it before. What am I calling unto myself, into my life? What if this really, what if it, you know what I mean? I had a lot of questions. So the safest one in my mind was, I'm just going to see, can I make somebody help me take out the garbage? Right? And then I'm just going to see about just loving myself, removing guilt and shame. You know what I mean? So I started with this because I had never worked with this type of energy. I'd never heard of it, never known anybody to ever try it. And I wanted to be very conscientious about what I was calling into my life. So once I felt safe and I had gotten some results from this book, and then I was like, oh wow, this is amazing. And then I moved to this book, The Greater Words of Power, and especially enhancing creativity, because I don't know if you guys, I'm extremely creative. And I think for me, even though I'm a creative, I probably need to work on grounding myself, because once I immerse myself into a project, I don't even need to eat. Like my kids are like, I remember once I was making a doll and my kids were just like feeding me food, like, Ma, you haven't eaten, because I become obsessed with whatever I'm working on. But anyway, so I will work with these two. If you love it and you're really into it, I think it's time to protect yourself. There's a 33, now this is where the commitment comes in. There's a 33-day master protection ritual. And then as you can see, there's some other really good stuff in here. So this will be the third book. So if you were going to start out with 3 books, these would be the 3 books, right? But then let's just say you say, okay, this is the life I'm going to be living. I am into this type of magic. This magic is doing, this is for me, right? I would say Mystical Words of Power. This is a really good book, because now you've protected yourself, and this has some really good stuff in here. But it's 2 parts, so you do I really don't know how to explain it. I don't really want the video to be so long, but basically you do the first part, and then you'll select something from the second part. And I just think it gets a little bit more complicated, but now you trust the spirits. Now you know what you're doing. Now you're protected. So let's go for it. And then lastly, even though there are other books, I'm just talking about for beginners. Okay, if you are going through something like a divorce, or you're doing something major. You're not just trying to make your professor kinder, or just get through the day, and you just you going through, I know somebody might say, well, you can just use it for if you're not going through something. But I feel like if you're going through something traumatic and you're really looking for angelic support, but I would do my protection first. This is just my opinion. I feel, listen, this is Cassandra's opinion. You can do any book you want, in any order you want, any way you want. You are your own person. As a person who is a connoisseur of this magic, who loves the Gallery of Magick, Damon Brand is my favorite magician. I don't know why I always like to say that, but I'm just giving you the order. If somebody asks me like where would I start? Well, I'm telling you, start with Words of Power, Greater Words of Power. If you love it, go get yourself some protection, because you probably open yourself up to the spiritual realm, and all entities aren't good, because now you're using magic. So now you've opened yourself up. Get yourself some protection, and then depending on, I think then you can go to any book. But I'm just giving you the ones that I would kind of like ease my way into this world, this world from my personal experience. Then you can go to Mystical Words of Power. You're already familiar with the process, and you're feeling good, because you've built your confidence up. You know that these spirits and benevolent and wonderful entities and spirits and beings, they're going to help you. They're not going to harm you. You feel good about it. Now, you have something major going on in your life, and you're just thinking, oh, I'm going through something big, right? I'm trying to build something big. I want something big. I have this business, and things are flowing, or you're working on a book, and now you want to market it. You've leveled, this is my opinion, you've leveled up, and now you need more support. Now I will go to the 72 Angels of Magic. This book, I would say this. I would stand on my heel this book here, it's 11-day ritual. And I always say, Bob, between day 5 and 6, day 5 and 6, that commitment, and you pouring your heart out, you write a petition to the angels. Even though this video is not about secret magic, sometimes I feel, I shouldn't say, I'm just gonna be honest, forget it. Secret Magic is an amazing magical book, but sometimes I feel like people can't appreciate that book unless they've done this book. Like, until you've done this book, then you can really appreciate the ease of I think it's called Secret Magic. But this book, like I said, it requires a commitment, and I didn't want to move you into a commitment, because I don't think, if you're trying something new, how do you know if you like it? How do you know if you trust it? How do you know if it's, you know what I mean? But it requires a commitment, but I'm telling you, this is one of the most powerful magical experiences I've ever had in my life. I don't go to this book until it's like, I'm ready to get, serious. I'm ready to have that conversation with God, the universe, with the angels. I'm ready for what it is I say that I want. So anyway, those are my suggestions for beginners. For beginners who are looking to purchase or explore Damon Brand's magic. So I'm just gonna say it real briefly again, because I don't know, I guess that's a teacher in me, child. You like to go back over what you just see it. So if you're just super new and you're not sure what to do, we're gonna go straight to Words of Power, because it has some basic stuff, but it's some good stuff, like really good stuff, right? And then you say, oh my God, I love this magic, and it's so cool, and everything is working out. And so you say, oh, okay, I'm going to get this book, The Greater Words of Power, because I'm about to get me a man, I'm about to get some friends, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to expand my little repertoire. And then you say, okay, I'm into this. I'm going to say, okay, cool. Now I'm going to get you some protection. So magical protection, because you have, your aura is now shining, and you are attracting more energies to you. So you want to protect yourself, and you want to do the 33-day master ritual. And then I would say, after you get some protection and you're into this, then you want to go to Mystical Words of Power, because it's a little bit more magic, but that you're used to, that you're comfortable with, and it's not going to harm you, it's going to help you, you know how to use it. And then if you say, okay, this is a part of my spiritual path, this is who I am, I love this magic, and I really want to elevate my life, or I really want to help because I'm going through something, this is, to me, when you decided, like, I'm not here to play, okay? I'm not playing anymore. I trust this magic. I know this magic. I know it works. 72 Angels of Magic, okay? I promise you, the 11-day ritual, to me, it's about, like I say, day 5 and 6. Day 5 and 6. Woo! The tears flowing, the angelic realm, is there. Your contact is growing, right? Yeah. And yeah. But anyway, I really hope this video will help someone. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you, darlings, in the next video.